Welcome to the broadcast of news at 9 p.m. on Storm TV, the pulse of the nation. On the news tonight, stakeholders back tax reform bills in Nigeria. APC has left me stranded, says El-Rufai. Tinubu plans fresh national census to constitute presidential committee. I am Abraham Judah with the news in full. Stakeholders back tax reform bills in Nigeria. Nigeria tax reform efforts has received a significant boost as key stakeholders, including the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) and the Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Allocation Commission, expressed their support for the proposed tax reform bills. The bills, which include the Nigerian Tax Bill 2024, the Nigerian Tax Administration Bill 2024, the Nigerian Revenue Service Establishment Bill 2024, and Joint Revenue Board Establishment Bill 2024, aim to reform Nigerian tax system and enhance revenue mobilization. Meli Kyari, Group Chief Executive Officer of NNPCL, stated that the entire oil and gas industry is in support of the bills, which brings simplicity to the tax system and tax laws in Nigeria. Dr. Mohammed Shehu, chairman of RMFAC, also expressed his commission's 100% support for the bills, emphasizing that they will enhance stability in the economy. Other stakeholders, including the Ariwa think tank and the Supreme Council for Sharia in Nigeria, also voiced their support for the bills, with some suggesting minor adjustments to specific sections. The proposed tax reforms are expected to strengthen macroeconomic stability, improve revenue mobilization, and promote equity and fairness between the government and taxpayers. They also aim to provide economic relief for households and businesses, particularly small and medium-sized enterprises. Chairman of the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform Committee, Mr. Taiwo Yedele, emphasized that the reforms are essential for Nigeria's economic development as they will address distortions in the incentives regime, improve free trade zones, and promote equity and fairness. APC has left me stranded, says El-Rufai. Former Kaduna State Governor Malam Nasir El-Rufai has expressed his disappointment with the All Progressive Congress (APC), stating that the party he helped form has left him stranded. In a recent interview, El-Rufai revealed that his concern are with the party's leadership and not with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He emphasized that he is still a member of the APC, but is on appeal with the party's direction. I'm a founding member of the APC, and I'm still a member of the APC. I have concerns on how the party is being run, and I've expressed those concerns, El-Rufai said. He attributed his dissatisfaction to the party's lack of internal democracy and the absence of progressive ideas. El-Rufai hopes that the APC will reform and return to its founding principles, allowing him and others to remain in the fold. Despite his frustration, El-Rufai ruled out joining the People's Democratic Party (PDP), stating that it was like jumping from frying pan to fire. Instead, he considered other platforms to pursue his progressive values. El-Rufai also addressed his inability to serve in the government, dismissing claims that he was rejected by the National Assembly. He believes that President Tinubu changed his mind about appointing him as a minister. In a related development, El-Rufai missed as APC chair Abdullahi Adamu amidst party tensions. Former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai recently met with ex-APC chairman Abdullahi Adamu, sparking interest in the political sphere. The meeting took place at Adamu's residence in Kefi, Nasarawa State, and was attended by Malam Bashir Saidu and Dujuma Adamawa. The development comes on the heels of El-Rufai's condolence visits to the family of late Niger Delta activist Edwin Clark, alongside former PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar. The two also observed the Friday Jumat prayer together. El-Rufai meeting with Adamu assumes significance amid his publicized disagreement with the APC. He has expressed concerns over the party's lack of internal democracy citing the non-convening of party organs in the last 2 years. Tinubu plans fresh national census to constitute presidential committee. President Bola Tinubu has announced plans to conduct a new national population and housing census incorporating biometric and digital components. This move aims to provide accurate data for effective planning in employment, agriculture, and food sovereignty. The last national census was held in November 2006. To facilitate the exercise, President Tinubu will set up a presidential committee which will align the census budget and the government's current financial realities. The National Identity Management Commission will also be part of the review process. President Tinubu emphasized the importance of accurate data, stating we must ascertain who we are, how many we are, and how to manage our data. Without an accurate census, we can successfully plan for employment, agriculture, and food sovereignty. This development is seen as a significant step towards addressing the country's data challenges and promoting effective planning and development. Senate President Akpabio under fire over tax comments. Senate President Godswill Akpabio has come under criticism from the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC), Trade Union Congress (TUC), and Nigeria Employers Consultative Association (NECA) over his comments on tax payments. Akpabio stated that only 30% of Nigerians pay taxes, but the NLC, TUC, and NECA argue that citizens evade taxes due to government unaccountability. Nigeria seeks re-elections into International Maritime Organization Council. Nigerian Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adegboyega Oyetola, has expressed the country's desire to strengthen maritime collaboration with the Gambia to enhance regional security and economic growth. This declaration was made at the 4th Blue Economic Conference in Banjul, the Gambia. Nigeria is committed to expanding its maritime security infrastructure beyond its territorial waters, with discussions ongoing to extend the Deep Blue Project operations to cover a wider area within the Gulf of Guinea. Nigeria has formally declared its candidacy for re-election to the International Maritime Organization Council under Category C for the 2026-2027 term. The country seeks the support and vote of member states of the Maritime Organization of West and Central Africa in the forthcoming election. Nigeria's effort in maritime security has received global recognition, with the International Maritime Bureau and the IMO commending the country for its effective deployment of the Deep Blue Project. This project has sustained zero piracy incidents in Nigerian waters for the past 3 years. Nigeria's re-election to the IMO Council will strengthen Africa's voice in global maritime decision-making, particularly in areas related to the blue economy, maritime safety and security, and environmental sustainability. The country remains committed to fostering strategic partnership, strengthening maritime security, and advancing the shared economic interests of West and Central African nations through sustainable blue economy initiatives. Benue Assembly summons Homeland Security Director General over killings. The Benue State House of Assembly has summoned the Director General of the Benue Homeland Security, Air Commodore Jacob Banwa, retired, to appear before it on March 25, 2025. The summons is in response to his recent comments denying reports of massive killings in Kwande local government area by armed herdsmen. Honorable Pharmacist Thomas Ugeri, representing Kwande West State constituency, moved the motion of urgent public importance, stating that the DG's public denial sparked widespread outrage and criticism against the state government. Other lawmakers, including Honorable Ayo Mato and Honorable Mrs. Becky Okpe, condemned the killings and expressed shock over the DG's remarks. The lawmakers urged the House to ensure the DG's compulsory appearance to provide explanations for his comment. The summons is seen as a move to hold the DG accountable for his statement and to seek clarity on the security situation in the state. Court admits evidence against Yahya Bello in 80.2 billion naira fraud case. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) presented the first set of witnesses in trial of former Kogi State Governor Yahya Bello at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Bello is facing a 19-count charge of criminal breach of trust and money laundering amounting to 80.2 billion naira. The EFCC's first witness, Segun Joseph Adeleke, general manager of Ifa Properties Limited, testified about a property purchase by one Nur Mohammed for 70 million naira. Adeleke confirmed that the payment was made via bank transfer and that his company issued relevant documents. The EFCC also presented a statement of account and account opening packages for American International School Abuja and Kogi State Government House as evidence. The court admitted these documents as exhibits and adjourned the trial to March 6 and 7, 2025. Bello's trial is a significant development in the EFCC's effort to combat corruption and financial crimes in Nigeria. Mararaba community appeals for government intervention over land grabbing. Residents of Mararaba in Nasarawa State has urged Governor Abdullahi Sule to intervene in the growing cases of land grabbing in the area. The community, located near the popular ring market, has been plagued by alleged land grabbers who use litigation to intimidate innocent people. According to a legal practitioner, Usman Dibar, the activities of land grabbers have increased in Mararaba, particularly in the Air Force Barracks and New Jerusalem community. The resident has sent an SOS to Governor Sule, seeking his urgent intervention to save them from the daily intimidations by land grabbers. This development comes as Imo communities have also processed alleged land grabbing by the military, calling on the government to intervene. The Mararaba community appeal highlights the need for the government's action to address the growing issue of land grabbing in Nigeria. Police arrest fake officer with 495 kilograms of Indian hemp in Gombe. A 52-year-old man, Vincent Ojo, was arrested by the Gombe State Police Command on Saturday for impersonating a police officer and possessing 495 kilograms of Indian hemp. The suspect, a resident of Rukuba Quarters in Jos North Plateau State, presented himself as a police officer serving at the force headquarters in Abuja. However, during interrogation, Ojo couldn't provide a staff tag, rank, or department, raising suspicions. A search of his vehicle, a black Lexus with registration number GW879CN Abuja, uncovered a large quantity of Indian hemp valued at approximately 12,652,000 naira. Ojo confessed to buying and transporting the Indian hemp from Ajigunle village in Ilesha local government area of Osun State to Old Rukuba in Plateau State, with the intention of delivering to Biu local government in Borno State. The police are still investigating the matter, and Ojo will be charged to court for possible prosecution once the investigation is concluded. Mass defection hits APC in Bauchi as 7,500 members join PDP. In a significant political development, approximately 7,500 members of the All Progressive Congress in Bauchi State have defected to the People's Democratic Party (PDP). The defection was led by Yunusa Umar, the deputy chairman of the APC in Das local government area. According to reports, Umar was accompanied by two other executive members, APC youth leader Yusuf Abura and welfare secretary Isa Zakaria, along with their supporters. They were received into the PDP by the party's chairman in the state, Honorable Yusuf Sabu, and the executive chairman of Das local government, Honorable Mohammed Abubakar Jibo. The defectors cited the performance of Governor Bala Abdulkadir Mohammed as the reason for their decision, praising his people-oriented policies and programs. Since assuming office in 2019, they expressed a conviction that the PDP truly cares for the welfare of the people and pledged to mobilize votes for the party in the next general election. Taraba monarch called for reduction in food prices. The Galadima Muri of the Muri Emirate and District Head of Jalingo, Alhaji Lamindo Abba Tuku, has appealed to farmers and traders in Taraba State to reduce the prices of food items. The monarch made this call during the 40th anniversary celebration at Galadima in Jalingo. Alhaji Toko expressed concern over the continuous rise in food prices, which he said was worsening the economic hardship faced by low-income earners. He urged farmers and traders to consider the plight of the poor and reduce food prices. The monarch also commended Governor Abuke for his administration's efforts in combating insecurity in Taraba, noting that the progress made in curbing banditry has significantly improved the lives of residents. First Lady Oluremi Tinubu empowers Kaduna women with 50 million grants. The First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has donated a grant of 50 million to support 1,000 women petty traders in Kaduna State. The grant was presented to the First Lady of Kaduna State, Hajia Hafsat Ubaseni, who is also the state coordinator of the Renew Hope initiative. Each beneficiary will receive 50,000 naira to recapitalize their existing businesses. Senator Tinubu also flagged up the distribution of 10,000 professional kits to midwives in the northwest states, comprising 10,000 scrubs and 10,000 pairs of crocs. The kits were donated by a global donor who wishes to remain anonymous. The distribution is part of the Renew Up initiative effort to support healthcare workers and promote maternal health. Governor Ubasani of Kaduna State commended Senator Tinubu's initiative, noting that it aligns with his administration's efforts to prioritize the welfare of healthcare workers, particularly midwives and nurses. Suspended Kano NNPP lawmakers reject decision. 4 federal lawmakers from Kano State who were suspended by the New Nigeria People's Party (NNPP) have rejected the decision, claiming they belong to a different faction of the party. The lawmakers included Senator Kawu Sumaila, Aliu Madaki, Sani Rogo, and Kabiru Rurum, described the suspension as a sham by an illegitimate faction of the party in Kano State led by Rabiu Kwankwaso. They stated that Kwankwaso's refusal to attend important events, including the wedding of Senator Sumaila's daughters and the convocation of her Istikama University, exposes his deep-seated political insecurity. The lawmakers also claimed that Kwankwaso's endorsement of Ashimu Suleiman Dunguru Rawa and his illegitimate faction is a desperate attempt to claim to power. He maintained that the Abia High Court judgment of November 2024 affirmed Dr. Boniface Anebonam as the only legally recognized NNPP leader, expelling Kwankwaso and his loyalists. The lawmakers reiterated their commitment to strengthen the NNPP under its legitimate leadership and ensuring that the party serves the people, not the selfish ambition of Kwankwaso and his cronies. NDLEA raises alarm as drug abuse hits 30 million in northwest Nigeria. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) has launched a 4-month campaign against drug abuse, illicit drug trade, and domestic violence in northwest Nigeria. This comes as the agency revealed an estimated 3 million people in the region affected by drug abuse. Speaking at the launch of the campaign in Kaduna, NDLEA Chairman Brigadier General Mohammed Buba Marwa described the crisis as a major threat to public health, security, and economic stability. He noted that the epidemic is primarily affecting young people and is fueled by the growing availability of illicit substances. According to Marwa, Kano State is the hardest hit, with 16% of the population, approximately 1.07 million people, affected by drug abuse. Zamfara follows with 13.5, while Kebbi, Katsina, Kaduna, Sokoto, and Jigawa also record worrying levels of substance use. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Tajudeen Abbas called for policies to tackle the root causes of drug abuse and domestic violence. He emphasized the need for community leaders to foster a culture that rejects drug abuse and domestic violence. The NDLA has established 30 rehabilitation centers nationwide, including modern facilities in Kano, Abuja, and Adamawa. Marwa urged Northwest governors to establish additional centers in their states to meet the rising demand for treatment. The 4-month campaign will focus on tackling drug addiction, curbing illicit drug trade, and addressing related social issues in the 7 states of the Northwest geopolitical zone. 30 bodies of suspected ritual killing victims found in Abia community. A shocking revelation has emerged from the Oriendu Autonomous Community in Umuahia North local government area of Abia State, where the lifeless bodies of over 30 victims of suspected ritual killing has been discovered in the Imo River over the past year. According to traditional ruler of the community, His Royal Highness Eze Philip Ajomiwe, the bodies were found either completely naked and without their private parts or in bags. The victims were mostly young girls, and the ritualists allegedly come from Imo State to dump the bodies in the Imo River at night. The monarch expressed concern that the situation is getting out of hand, creating fear in and around the community. Despite efforts by the community's vigilante group, no arrests have been made, and the group lacks the necessary logistics to match the suspect. Eze Ajomiwe has appealed to the state government to empower the vigilante group and has reported the situation of the security agents, including the DSS. Anambra APC governorship aspirant Paul Chukwuma submit nomination form. The governorship aspirant on the platform of the All Progressive Congress APC in Anambra State, Sir Paul Chukwuma, submitted his nomination form to contest the party's governorship ticket. Speaking at the APC National Secretariat, Chukwuma described those advocating for zoning the forthcoming APC governorship primaries as agents of the All Progressive Grand Alliance (APGA). He emphasized the party must insist on no zoning arrangement for Anambra for a credible aspirant to emerge, stating that zoning is a tool designed to keep Anambrans under APGA hold. NGO urges better care for people with dementia. A non-government organization in Akwa Ibom State, the African Ethic Foundation for Inclusive Health, has called on the public to show special care and support for people living with dementia. The foundation founder, Professor Uduak Achibong, made this appeal during the organization's 10th anniversary celebration in Uyo. Achibong explained that the foundation's mission is to transform dementia care and support in Nigeria, provide evidence-based advice to people with dementia and their families or carers, and assist healthcare providers in fostering a culture of inclusion and diversity. The immediate past information commissioner in the state, INI, and Nemo Bong, praised the organization's effort and called for closer collaboration with state governments. Nigerian police caught on camera assaulting student union presidents. In a disturbing incident, officers of the Nigeria Police Force attached to the Ugwashiuku division has been caught on camera assaulting the president of the Delta State Polytechnic, Ugwashiuku Student Union government. The SUG president alleged that the officer slapped him, threatening to shoot him, and eventually shot at his vehicle because he refused to give them a 500 naira bribe. According to the SUG president, the police officer stopped him and demanded 500 naira, but when he refused, he assaulted him. The incident was recorded on video, which has gone viral on social media. In the video, the SUG president can be heard comforting the officer, calling them criminals and thieves. The Delta State Police Command has launched investigation into the incident, and the officers accused of assaulting the SUG president have been detained. Ayedatiwa, sworn in as Ondo State Governor, promised improved economic and welfare. Lucky Ayedatiwa has been sworn in as the Governor of Ondo State, marking the beginning of his first full 4-year term. Inauguration ceremony took place at the Ondo State Sports Complex in Akure, the state capital, 2 months after he won the governorship election on the platform of the All Progressive Congress. Ayedatiwa took his oath of office at 12:59 p.m. shortly after his running mate Olayide Adelami. In his inaugural speech, the governor promised to prioritize the welfare of the people particularly the poor, the sick, and the marginalized. He also pledged to improve the state economy in the next 4 years by working with investors and development partners to make Port Ondo a reality and exploring the state's large deposit of bitumen for local use and sports purposes. Ayédètiwa inauguration completes the succession process in Ondo State following the death of former Governor Rotimi Akeredolu in 2023. Ayédètiwa has been serving as deputy governor before taking over as acting governor after Akeredolu's death. He won the November 2024 governorship election with 366,781 votes, defeating his closest rival, Agboola Ajayi, who scored 117,845 votes. Now, these are reports from Ekiti State. Toma Machenyi has taken over as the new commandant of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps in Ekiti State. He was posted to the state from the national headquarters of the Corps, while the Commandant General Ahmed Mohammed Abubakar Udi Enya took over from Commander Sosino Paul Oluwaseun during a handing over ceremony at the state headquarters along the Ikere Road. During his remarks, Enya noted that Ekiti is one of the most peaceful states in Nigeria, attributing this to the efforts of the state government and security agencies. He assured that his command is ready to partner with peace-loving organizations, individuals, and groups to maintain peace and order in the state. Wike's police station project boosts employment in FCT. The Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has been commended for boosting employment opportunities through the construction of police stations in the FCT. According to an architect who has seen one of the projects, Nuhu Musa, the construction of 12 divisional police stations and the 6-unit police staff quarters and the 6 area councils of the FCT has created jobs for many residents. Musa stated that the project, which began on November 19, consists of a police station and a residence for police personnel comprising 6 units of 2-bedroom flats. The FCT administration has witnessed significant infrastructure improvements under Wike's leadership, including efforts to enhance the security architecture of communities in the FCT. We'll be taking a short break. We'll be right back after this break.
What if I told you there's a cab service you can book right now in Jalingo? Sounds like a dream, right? No, it's reality. Let Supercab get you transported to anywhere you want to go in Jalingo, and let them also run your errands for you while you sit at the comfort of your home. And guess what? It is affordable, reliable, and fast. They run a 24-hour service. You can click the link attached to this video to download the app, or you can also download the app on Play Store. I'm so excited for this, and I know you are too. Use Supercab today and be happy. Bye. What if I told you?
Welcome back. We're glad you're still with us. We continue news at 9 p.m. with world news. Kenya aims to end rice imports by 2032. Kenya has announced plans to achieve self-sufficiency in rice production by 2032, eliminating the need for costly imports. The government believes that ongoing irrigation projects will bridge the gap between production and consumption. Currently, Kenya consumes over 1 million metric tons of rice annually, but produces only about 230,000 metric tons leading to an annual import bill of approximately $300 million. To address this, the government is investing in large-scale irrigation projects, including the Bura irrigation scheme and the Tiba Dam, which has already boosted production from 119,000 to 270,000 metric tons. The government is also partnering with private investors such as the Hagara Group to expand cultivation in areas like Galana Kulalu. A major project is set to launch in April 2025, starting with 5,400 acres and expanding to 200,000 acres. Despite this ambitious plan, the Ministry of Irrigation faces funding challenges. Eastern and Southern African blocs consider troop deployment to Eastern Congo. Eastern and South African countries are evaluating the possibility of deploying troops to stabilize areas in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, currently under the control of M23 rebels, according to a document reviewed by Reuters on Tuesday. The East African Community and South African Development Community had previously called for a ceasefire in the resource-rich region, while ongoing conflict has resulted in the death of approximately 7,000 people since January, according to Congo Prime Minister, and with regional defense chiefs to review proposal. The document, which outlines recommendations to regional defense chiefs, follows a February 23 meeting of technical experts in Tanzania. The defense chief expects to finalize a report for discussion this weekend. According to the document, the blocs are considering requesting a mandate potentially involving African Union forces to secure M23-controlled areas in North and South Kivu provinces. United Nations peacekeeping mission MONUSCO may have also been asked to increase its presence in the region. An African Union official speaking on conditional anonymity stated it is a proposal we have not yet been notified, emphasizing that any AU involvement would require approval from the Peace and Security Council. The Rwandan-backed M23 rebels have seized control of Goma and Bukavu, two of the largest cities in eastern DRC, along with their airports. This has effectively cut off major humanitarian supply routes, exacerbating the crisis for hundreds of thousands of displaced civilians. The status of the SADC's military mission in DRC, known as SAMI DRC, remains uncertain. The 16-member bloc extended its deployment in late 2024 to support the Congolese military against the rebels, but has faced significant casualties in 2025. Meanwhile, Rwanda denies allegations that it is arming and supplying M23 fighters, insisting that its involvement is limited to defending itself against a Hutu militia operating alongside the Congolese army. As the crisis escalates, regional leaders continue diplomatic efforts to find a sustainable resolution. The upcoming discussion among defense chiefs will determine whether Eastern and Southern African nations proceed with a direct military intervention in the conflict. Now to sport news. Galatasaray accuses Mourinho of racist comments. Galatasaray accused Fenerbahce manager Jose Mourinho of making racist statements following a 0-0 draw again between the Istanbul rivals. The controversy stems from Mourinho's reported comment the Galatasaray bench was jumping like monkeys during the match. Galatasaray announced plans to initiate criminal proceedings and file official complaints with UEFA and FIFA, alleging that Mourinho has consistently made derogatory remarks towards Turkish people. Mourinho has not publicly responded to this allegation. The match was officiated by Slovenian referees Slavko Vincic from a mutual request from both clubs and a foreign official. Currently, for the Fenerbahce trails Galatasaray by 6 points in the Super League standings. Lobi Stars appoint Mohamed Ganaru as interim head coach. Lobi Stars Football Club of Makurdi has announced the appointment of coach Mohamed Ganaru as the team interim head coach at the end of the current Nigeria Premier League season. The decision follows the resignation of the club technical advisor and former Super Eagles international Daniel Amokachi. The club management cited the team's current standing in the NPFL as a key factor in the appointment. In a statement released by the club's media director, Emmanuel Huja, the chairman, Dr. Philip Nungu, urged fans to remain committed to supporting the team, emphasizing that all decisions taken were in the best interest of the club. Everything we do at the moment is for the good of our beloved club. While we welcome criticism, it should be constructive and aimed at enhancing our performance. He also expressed confidence in Ganaro's ability to lead the team successfully, recalling the coach's previous tenure with Ruby Stars. The manager assured him of the necessary support to ensure the club maintains its LPFL status. And a new management team has been announced. In addition to appointing Ganaru, the club board has restructured its management team. Dr. Philip Nongu will serve as the head alongside head coach Ganaru. Other key appointments include Lawrence Adoga, team manager, Solomon Anduaka, team accountant, Emmanuel Huja, media director, and Christopher Ayom, team nurse. Felix Pilakia, club welfare officer, and John Gadi, goalkeeper's trainer. Dr. Nongo emphasized that these strategic appointments were aimed at revitalizing the team as the season draws to a close. With these changes, Lovisa is poised to turn the tide and finish the season on the strong note he had it. This version keeps it. We move to the next story on the news. Okay, that brings us to the end of the news at 9 p.m. for today. Before we go, here's a recap of the major headlines. Stakeholders back tax reform bills in Nigeria. APC are left stranded, said El-Rufai. Tinubu plans fresh national census to constitute presidential committee. That's all for now. Some TV is a 24-hour TV station. We are live every day. You can also follow us on Facebook at Some TV and on YouTube at Some TV Live. I am Abraham Mani Judah. Goodbye.